Hey all, one of the first steps of doing the bottles or the Christmas tree bottles is to crush up some bottles. So first thing I do is I put some bottles inside of a plastic bucket. I have my handy dandy sledgehammer, nice and easily, and I put this over the top so the glass doesn't spray everywhere. Push it down and crush it. That's it. So you've broken up your glass, and now it's time to tumble it in the rock tumbler. One of the things that I love to go to is Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight has a 2 drum, 3-pound capacity rock tumbler. Well, it's for rocks, but for this purpose we're going to use it for glass. And it's pretty simple to operate. We have these 2 tumblers, and we're going to go ahead and fill them up, and I'll walk you through that process. So follow me. Oh, one more thing. Safety first with glass. So we go out here to our bucket that we had the broken glass in and fill up about half to 2/3 of this with glass the size that you approximately want. So just kind of pick as you go. You can scoop a little bit if you want the little ones to kind of fall through there, shake it out a little bit. You don't have to be too particular. Sometimes the little ones are good for other purposes too. Let's pick those up so we don't step on them later on. I think I'm going to break that one up a little bit. For that, I have these mainly for wire cutters, but once again, Harbor Freight. Love that place. So you just kind of put it in there, put it down deep here, and break it. Let's fill it up some more. Almost there. Shake it around so we can get the big pieces up off the bottom. And I think we're good enough. Okay, so next step, I have some sand and a few pebbles that are in there. Some old mixing cup, this is a 1/2 cup. Pour sand in there to where it's like 2/3 full now. Come over here to the sink. Fill it up almost to the surface of the sand with water. You can see in there, you can see that water in there. Get this portion of the lid, put it on a solid surface. Good. Slowly push it down around until you feel that snap. Put that lid on. Put the washer on. Nut. Screw it down tight. Put it on your tumbler. Turn it on. Repeat the process for the other one. And after 2 days, you should have a fresh batch of tumbled glass for your project. Thank you. Bye. So you've allowed your glass to tumble in the rock tumbler for 2 to 3 days, and now it's time to switch it over, clean it out. So turn it off and unscrew the top. Make sure that that doesn't fall on the ground. I kind of put my fingernails underneath there to pop that off. There's a little piece inside that you have to kind of pull up. It's what it kind of looks a little icky. Wash off the top over here. And then I I got a dollar store strainer and a dollar store basket. So pour this into the strainer, and then we're gonna wash it out so that that sand doesn't go down into your drain. I'll leave you with tumbled glass. Looks like something like that. No sharp edges, and ready to go on the side of your Christmas tree as sea glass. So with the Christmas trees, I saw a bunch of things on YouTube that had like there was one with a styrofoam, there's several others that were solid. I wanted something clear because I wanted the light to shine through on one of those little LED puck lights. So I began to think of what was cone shaped. Really not a whole lot. Then I came across champagne flutes, and you get them that are like this. You don't have to use the bottom, I guess you can throw those away. And just get a little bit of a grinder. Harbor Freight, by the way, real cheap. Okay, so you have your glass set and have your champagne flutes cut. Now it's time to get started. So you kind of get the little pieces that you would normally not use on the rest of the tree. I'm just using white for the first round. And start a layer around the bottom of the champagne flute. So just get a little glob of glue, wipe it off before so you don't get those strings. Thing down and press. Get another little one. And press. The reason why you do this bottom layer is because when you go back through and create the next layer, you want it to kind of be a little bit off the bottom, kind of like a regular tree branch would as you're going down through. When you get that first layer all the way around and you're getting ready to get your second layer, I kind of like one that is on the bottom so it's straight, so it kind of appears. You don't want it to, make sure you don't go below that line there so it doesn't get wobbly when you put it down. And the second one is not only going to be on these guys, but it's also going to be touching the plastic. So just get a bead of glue there, a little bit of there. Wipe it off, gonna put it on the bottom, smear it in. Sometimes if you have raised pieces, like there's this gap there, I'll add a little bit extra glue. For each Christmas tree, you're going to go about 1.5 of the big 10-inch glue sticks, just to kind of know how much it'll take. So I'll show you another shot as we're getting a little closer to finishing this one, but for now, there's a start. So you've gotten the base set and you're starting to build your way up. Just kind of, it's like a big giant puzzle piece. You pick one that kind of fits that next category right next to there. And you add a little bit of glue, or a lot of glue sometimes, to make sure they set. I did start with putting glue on the pieces and then gluing the pieces onto the tree. And what I found is I burnt my fingers way too much. So I turned it around and I decided to put glue on the actual, kind of fit it there first, glue on the actual tree itself. I kind of like that little chopped piece on there. And then add the piece on top of it, kind of like and it melts right into the bed of the tree. Sometimes they move around. I add a little bit, if it's lifting there, add a little bit of glue underneath. Okay, I'll give you another shot at the end when I'm about ready to do the top of the tree. So as you can see, I'm getting close to the top, and then you're getting littler pieces, by the way, when you get closer to the top. And so I kind of like to stick it above, these last pieces above the edge of the top, because they're going to all kind of work into one. See how that sticks above that top piece. Push that one a little bit down, kind of too high on it. That's better. We tried a couple different things for the stars on the top of the tree, and nothing seemed to work just right, and so we ended up just using the pointy pieces to make the final top. I'm sure if you can come up with something better. We tried starfish because this is kind of sea glass, and that just didn't work well for us. You can hear my dog in the background. Her name's Carly. Okay, so you get kind of an area, and then this piece, you can see how it's triangular shaped. We're just going to shove it down in this little hole here, put a little bit of glue. And I'm going to put it down there. Kind of feel that there probably should be another piece, smaller piece, also triangular shaped. Kind of stick through your, oh, there's one I want. Put a little glue on there on both sides to hopefully it'll match in. And tuck that. Kind of have to play with it a little bit. And then you should be close enough to being done. It kind of wiggle in a little bit, so give it a few minutes to set up. And once you do, go ahead and turn on the light. Stay here. Little LED lights. And square it. And that's what a finished product looks like. So let me know what you think. And if you have questions, go ahead and put them in the comment box below, and I'll see what I can do about answering any of your questions. Thank you. And here is the variety of finished products. Starting on your left, we have all green, then green with a little bit of white in it, a green with a lot of white. We came across a blue bottle, which is kind of cool, mixed it with some white, and then a kind of a greenish bottle to the right, light green.